Hi, today I'm going to show you how you can use decorative MDF wall panels on a number of different projects. I've been provided these MDF panels by MDF Warehouse. They've not paid me to do the video or sponsored this video in any way, but they have provided me the product, but I'm free to describe and review them and tell you exactly what I feel about them. So I looked at a number of different acoustic wall panels that are out there on the market that become very popular, and most of those have a felt backing with decorative wooden strips, some of them real wood, some of them MDF with a facing on them. And they're quite nice panels, very easy to work with, very lightweight, and they can certainly help with the acoustics in a room. But there are some situations where you might need a little bit more strength in that surface, and that's some of the projects that I'm looking at to use these panels myself. So the product that I'm using here is an MDF panel. So this is from MDF Warehouse. These are small panels. I think they're 24 centimeters wide by about 1.2 high. So 10 of these is about the same as an 8x4 sheet. They're made out of 18mm MDF and then machined to have these grooves installed in them. And then they've got a couple of coats of undercoat. So they actually, I've had a lot of MDF stock delivered here for skirtings and architrave, and the undercoat I found on those was pretty good. Ended up sanding a lot of it off and doing a couple more coats of undercoat. And I have to say these are nicely machined, very fresh edges, and the primer on them is really quite good. So these ship to you as these small panels. I say they're 24 centimeters wide by 1200 long. And you, depending on the shape that you want, you just fit those along the wall, and then as big as you like in height. Fairly simple to cut with a circular saw or a hand saw, so nice and easy to work with. The ends are obviously not finished, so if you're going floor to ceiling, that doesn't matter. If you're doing other things, you might still have a little bit of priming and prep work to do to finish those off. And price-wise, a pack of 5 of these is, I think, lists around £19. At the moment, they're on special offer at about £13. So that means that the equivalent to an 8x4 sheet of 18mm MDF is £26, and that would be around 30, I think I've seen in the DIY stores at the moment. So cheaper to buy than buying sheet and machining it yourself, so saving a great deal of work. And pretty decent product, but we'll have a look at that as I go ahead and fit some. The projects that I'm looking to use this for, so the first is a fairly simple one where we want a headboard behind a bed that doesn't have one, so I'm just going to cut those to size, pin and glue them to that wall. I'm going to paint them beforehand, so we'll have a look at how we do that. The second one that I'm likely to use them for is for a media wall, to put a sort of more decorative surface on the front of that. And then we've got a couple of other projects in the hallway. I'm still toying with the idea of putting an invisible door, so using this to cover all of the wall that goes into my study, and have some of these panels there to fit it onto the front of that door, so it looks as if there's no door. It's an invisible door, if you like, hidden in the wall. So let's have a look at how we use the product for that first project to install the headboard. So I've put a few of these boards out on the floor just to look at how big they would be for the headboard that I'm doing. I'm going to paint them this anthracite colour, so I've done one of those so far. I used a combination of a brush and a roller to get a decent paint finish on those. Obviously you need to get a brush to get down in the grooves, but to get a nice sheen finish on the top, I've used a small roller for the final coat on the top. So I've put together a number of these boards to be just beyond the width that I need, and then one of them I'm going to cut. Obviously they've got a thicker groove, or a thicker piece and then a groove, so I want to cut this to finish, so I've got a symmetrical finish with a wide board or strip, on both ends. So I've measured what we're doing with the bed. I'm going to take one of those off. Obviously I'll have to just reprime that edge before I fit that. I'm going to chamfer the bottom of these. The skirting's already in, I don't want to take the skirting off, so I'm going to chamfer the bottom edge so it sits against the top of the skirting, and then cut the top. I'm not sure I'll just paint the top or just put a little strip of of MDF along the top. I'll see what it looks like when I get it on the wall. So I'm just going to cut these to size and then get them on the wall and see what it starts to look like. So I've got a large mitre saw, and I've just set that at 45 degrees, which is the top of my skirting. So this is the fairly simple skirting design that we've got in the house here, with a 45 degree bevel on the top. So I've just taken that out at 45, and that'll give me quite a nice neat finish to the top of the skirting. So I'm going to paint this before I put it on. It will leave me a little a tiny bit in the corner there, just where the skirting's flat, but I'll just put a little bit of silicone or something in there to cover that. It's not worth spending the time cutting that panel square just for that piece, but I think that'll give a quite an attractive finish as that comes down. It'll be hidden behind the bed, but it'll look quite neat. So because I'm putting this as a headboard in this instance, and I'm starting with a thicker panel on the left hand side, I want to finish with a thicker panel on the right hand side, and get that width correctly. So I'm set my table up here to cut this to 160 millimeters, which should just kiss the edge of this board. I'll then need to seal that, prime it and paint it. I've just got a first coat of the top coat of paint on here, so we'll just take that down on the table saw. So hopefully you can see on the edge, I've just literally kissed the edge of that, taken the paint off. So I'll just sand that, seal it, and get some primer and then paint that edge. That'll be my finished edge on the right hand side. You can see here I've cut all of the panels and given them a couple of coats of paint. Just put them down on the floor just to check they're all the same length, and then measured the width again, and it's added a few millimeters. Obviously I've got paint on either side of each of the boards, so it's just made it a tiny bit wider. Doesn't matter in my instance here. You can see on this end I've cut that so we've got a wide panel on either side to make it nice and symmetrical. So you've got a few choices of how you fit these. I've actually got an air nailer, so I'm going to put some glue on the back of the boards and nail it. The alternative would be to drill through and screw. I was a bit torn actually, because we've put this on here. We don't think we're going to move it, but if we glue it, it's going to do a lot of damage to the wall if we want to remove these later. Whereas if you screw through, you'd only have a few screw holes to repair if you change the design over time. But if you screw, it's a little bit more work. But you've obviously got to fill the screw holes, countersink the screws, fill them, and then touch up the paint again. So I'm expecting to have a touch up a little bit of paint here when I've put the nails in with the air gun, but it's a quicker way of doing it if you've got access to a tool like that. So this is an air gun where I've got a big compressor, which was great when we were doing the build, but I'm finding now that it's a bit of a pain having to move the compressor around the house. So thinking of investing in a second fix electric nail gun, but they're quite expensive, and I've finished most of the jobs now, so I have to see whether it's justified getting one of those. So I'm going to crack on now and start fitting the boards. It's really important, as I said, to get that first one true. So I've put a line on the wall. I'm going to spend a lot of time with the spirit level getting that first one true, because if that one's wrong, it'll get worse as we go across the room. I think with these, you could have a little bit of play in it between the boards, because you could put a little bit of filler down the side there as these boards going across the room. I'm going to try and do that without having the need to do that. So in summary, what do I think of this board? So as I said, it's no more expensive, or actually potentially slightly cheaper than buying a sheet of MDF. There's a little bit more work involved than buying the standard acoustic panels, but I think you'd use them in different locations. So for me, if I want to paint something to match or contrast the colour of the room, particularly if I want something structural, so when I'm looking at my next project, which will probably be doing the media wall in the lounge where I've got heavy items and things hanging on there, I can actually build this as the structure. So rather than building potentially an MDF or a plasterboard and stud structure and then putting the acoustic style boards on it, I can actually make it out of this stuff. So it gets a tick on strength and structure, a little bit more work to be done to prep it, paint it, glue it together. As you can see in the time lapse I did, it was very quick to install using a nail gun. It would take a little bit longer if you were drilling and screwing. But overall, I think it's a fantastic product. So I've put links in my description below to the MDF warehouse. They don't make just panels like this. They also do skirting, architrave, door linings, all sorts of other products, stocked and shipped from the UK overnight. So from the order that they sent me, arrived next day, and pretty impressed with it overall. So thanks again for all of your time. If you haven't, please like and subscribe my channel. Take a look at some of the other videos that I've got on the eco home and home automation that we've built, and I'll be adding further projects on here as we build out some of the finer details of our property. Thanks again.